Long time ago in a small village, there lived a woman called Lebechi, who was childless for 8 years. She got married to the most famous man in the village, who loved her despite her inability to bear children. All the women in the village always mock and call her names. Some went as far as calling her a barren and a winch who ate up all her children for exchange of beauty. Lebechi cried day and night, but she never stopped praying to God for a change of story. Lebechi was a member of Afro Women's Meeting, which normally holds every Afro Day. All the women in the village who was also a member of the Afro Women's Meeting had a private meeting and decided to remove Lebechi from their Afro Women's Meeting, saying that they can no longer associate with a winch. When the news got to Lebechi's ears, she was devastated and cried to God to change her story. One market day, Lebechi took some corns which her husband harvested from their farm to the market for sales. When Lebechi got to the market, all eyes were on her and they started to gossip and mock her. Lebechi could not bear their hurtful words. She quickly carried her corns and ran back home in tears. When her husband saw the tears in her eyes, he knew what had happened. He tried all he could to stop her tears, but Lebechi could not stop her tears from rolling down. One sunny afternoon, Lebechi was coming back from her sister's village when she saw a little girl sitting under a tree all alone crying. Lebechi went closer to the little girl and asked her why she was crying. The little girl said to Lebechi that she was hungry and had no one to give her food to eat. Lebechi felt pity for the little girl and asked her to follow her home to eat, and the little girl did. When they got to the house, Lebechi gave the little girl food to eat and water to drink. After the little girl finished eating, she said to Lebechi that all she prayed and asked for is being granted in double. Lebechi concluded with Amen, for she thought that the little girl only said that because of the food and water she gave her. But she never knew that the little girl was an angel sent by God to bless her. Lebechi smiled and waved at the girl as she departed. 2 weeks later, Lebechi started throwing up and feeling weak. Her husband took her to the village hospital where the midwife confirmed her pregnant. Out of joy, Lebechi danced around the village telling everyone what God has done for her. Her jubilation attracted many people and they sang and celebrated with her. 9 months later, Lebechi was in labor and was taken to the village hospital where she gave birth to a set of twins. Lebechi and her husband were so happy and thanked God for changing their story and putting a smile on their face. The lesson to be learned from this is that never lose hope in God, for He will perfect everything that concerns you when the time is right. Never mock people of their present conditions, for no one knows tomorrow, and don't forget that yesterday is the seed of today and today is the seed of tomorrow.